Battle Through the Heavens, Grand World. Chapter 211 Wings of Fire Pill. It's only been a few years. I haven't seen him. Back then, he was only a fighting monarch, but now, he actually had this kind of strength. Zhao Qingshan couldn't help but break out in a cold sweat when he thought about the soul battle between that guy and him on the second floor of Medicine Pavilion. A few years ago, that guy's soul strength wasn't even at the true monarch stage, and he was even weaker than an ant in his eyes. But now, he actually had the ability to fight him. Zhao Qingshan's state of mind was shaken like a huge wave. No matter how calm he was, it was hard for him to accept it at this moment. When he thought about Xiao Yan's performance, he couldn't help but doubt what he had done all these years. You lucky bastard, I can't believe that fusion pill didn't eat you to death. He clenched his fists in his sleeves. Zhao Qingshan's expression turned gloomy. This bastard's talent was truly terrifying. He had grown so much in just a few years. If he was given some more time. At that time, he was afraid that he wouldn't be a match for him anymore. No, I have to find a chance to kill him. Zhao Qingshan looked at the private room where Xiao Yan was with a fierce look in his eyes. He gritted his teeth. A trace of panic flashed through his heart. Only now did he recognize Xiao Yan. The latter might have recognized him long ago. Since he wasn't dead yet. This also meant that Xiao Yan already knew that he wanted to kill him. In that case, Hong Long. Zhao Qingshan let out a cold humph. He smiled coldly and felt somewhat fortunate. Fortunately, he met this bastard here. Otherwise, he would be in big trouble once he grew up. Xiao Yan naturally didn't know what Zhao Qingshan was thinking. When the blood essence of the Crimson Fire Flame Wolf appeared, he recalled the incident in Forest Domain a few years ago. He wondered if Zhao Qingshan could use this opportunity to recall who he was. While the two of them were thinking, everyone in the hall was shocked by the first auction item. Usually, it could be used as a trump card, but it was the first item to be auctioned. The blood essence of the Crimson Fire Flame Wolf is called the Red Fiery Spiritual Blood. It contains an extraordinary fire element energy. Extracting the blood essence from it and refining it slightly will make it an excellent cultivation holy pill. As for a fire element cultivator, I don't think I need to say anything about its effects. The old man squinted his eyes and smiled at the thousands of people on the old grandstand. His smile was full of amusement. After the old man finished his introduction, not only the people on the ordinary seats, even some of the experts in the private rooms could not help but take a deep breath. Their eyes were fiery as they looked at the stone pillars on the platform. Whispers quickly swept across like waves. When the atmosphere in the hall became heated, the old man coughed lightly and threw out another heavyweight bomb. There are 2 more drops of this fiery spiritual blood. In other words, 3 drops would be auctioned at the same time. Therefore, if you want to buy it, you have to pay for 3 drops. Hearing the old man's words, some people in the ordinary seats immediately stopped their discussion. The price of 3 drops was a bit high. After all, extracting the fire spirit blood was a very tedious task. It was really unfair to spend a lot of money to buy 3 drops of fire spirit blood. Seeing that the discussion on the ordinary seats had quieted down, the old man still smiled and did not speak. His goal wasn't the people in the ordinary seats to begin with. As expected, in the private room on the high platform, some master alchemists finally couldn't sit still anymore. 3 drops of fiery spiritual blood were the necessary ingredients to refine some 5th-rank medicine pills. It was also the ingredients that some alchemists had been looking for. When everyone on the platform was about to lose their patience, the old man picked up the small wooden hammer and lightly knocked on the jade crystal in front of him. The loud sound instantly suppressed all sounds. 3 drops of fire spirit blood, starting price is 500,000. Hearing the old man's bid, some of the alchemists on the stage were overjoyed. They originally thought that the starting price would be at least 700,000, but it was actually so low. Immediately, some people started to fight over it crazily. 520,000. No one is allowed to compete with me. I want the fiery spiritual blood. 550,000. I am in need of this item to refine a medicine pill. I hope you can forgive me. 570,000. While some of the alchemists were raising the bid, some of them were also jealous of the fire affinity energy of the fire spirit blood. One after another, they joined the bidding team. In just a moment, the price of 3 drops of fire spirit blood had already reached 700,000 monarch crystals. Looking at the stone pillars in the auction hall, Xiao Yan rubbed his chin. In the end, he gave up the bid, even though he was about to advance to the 4th Dao monarch spirit. With the help of these 3 drops of fire spirit blood, his speed of breaking through to the 4th Dao would be much faster. Furthermore, with the support of Jade Fairy, he didn't need to care about money at all. However, Xiao Yan still decided to leave these 3 opportunities to the end. He had already used the red fiery spirit blood in the illusion realm, so he didn't know how to use it again. Would it produce immunity? While Xiao Yan was thinking, the price of the 3 drops of red fiery spirit blood had reached 800,000. At the same time, the bidding became much lower. After all, it was just an appetizer. The real big gift hadn't come yet, so there was no need for him to pay too much for the monarch crystals. In the end, the 3 drops of blood were bought by an expert in a private room in the high platform at a price of 820,000. Yin Jushuan glanced at the buyer's private room and smiled. He was quite satisfied with the price. That was why he had written nearly 100 invitation cards. All of these experts were wealthy people. With them, the auction would be even more exciting this time. After successfully selling the first item at a satisfactory price, the old man let out a sigh of relief. When he saw Yin Jushuan's satisfied smile, the old man felt relieved. It seemed like this price had satisfied Sect Chief Yin. After calming his emotions, the old man waved his hand once more. The round table slowly fell to the ground. On the other side, another round table slowly rose up. On top of the crystal glass cabinet, there was a white jade bottle. The bottom of the jade bottle was transparent, and one could see that there were 3 red medicine pills inside. Seeing these 3 medicine pills, Xiao Yan frowned and pondered for a moment. He flipped his palm and a white jade bottle appeared on top of it. It was the jade bottle found in the Emperor Cultivation Warrior's tomb. Inside the jade bottle were dozens of red medicine pills, identical to the medicine pills on the platform. After carefully taking out the jade bottle, the old man slowly poured out another medicine pill. Holding it in his hand, he said in a clear voice, "This kind of medicine pill is extremely rare nowadays. It is called the Fire Wings pill, as the name implies. After consuming it, you can activate the Origin Monarch key in your body. A pair of fire wings could be formed on one's back to fly. Although it only took a short period of time, for those below the Monarch Emperor, his speed was extremely fast. This medicine pill is a life-saving treasure." The old man was all smiles. As soon as the words left his mouth, it immediately caused everyone to suck in a breath of cold air. All of them looked at the medicine pill in the old man's hand in disbelief. On the high platform, some of the pill refining grandmasters also had their eyes open wide as they looked at the medicine pill in the old man's hand. After pondering for a moment, they couldn't help but nod their heads. The Fire Wings pill formula was already extremely rare, and the medicinal ingredients needed to refine it were even rarer. However, just like what the old man had said, this kind of medicine pill was indeed an unparalleled life-saving treasure for those below the Monarch Emperor. When everyone's eyes were fixed on the red medicine pill in the old man's hand, Xiao Yan's face was filled with joy. He stared at the jade bottle in his hand, and his eyes were fixed on the jade bottle. A shocking light flickered in his eyes, and the corner of his mouth was about to split open. He never thought that this thing would have such a unique effect. He had really found a treasure. Hi guys, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.